Hey guys, this is Juan with ColtBuildings.com. Welcome back. Just to let you guys know, we do service all 50 states of the U.S. We are a one-stop shop national building company. We have Colt Buildings, which is a national steel distributor, red iron distributor, clear span steel distributor, and we do custom log homes, and we do stick frame homes, okay? So in our building model, we have several different entities. We have Colt Buildings, Colt Contractors, which is all the build outs of the building projects from residential to commercial code. We have Colt Engineering Firm, which actually does all the structural engineering or additional engineering that needs to be done with a lot of builds to meet, so you can pull permits to build. And we have actually now have Colt Pools that we have utilize a local manufacturer that will customize your pool using shipping containers. And what it's pretty cool, they take shipping containers, reuse them. We'll put pool pumps in them, lighting systems in them. They will paint them, coat them whatever color you like for your pool. You put them in the ground halfway, put them all the way fully in the ground, or you can create a deck around them. So we can go take 8 by 20 foot shipping containers, or you can do 8 by 40. They're usually 9 foot deep. You can build like internal mezzanine within them, so you can have like a 4-foot area so you can hang out. Or you can just, there's so many things you can do with these custom pools, which is fantastic. And that's a new product that we've launched and working on final pricing with the manufacturer, and looking to push those out pretty soon here within the next couple weeks. Today we're going to be talking about when it comes to general contracting, building. A lot of people say, I want to build my own home, but I want to do it myself. I watch all these shows on HGTV and it's so easy. I want to pop up a home really fast and just bam, bam, bam. Well, this is basically what we use. This is a cold form structure, steel, okay? This is what we use to build our homes out of, okay? And you can use stick frame. You can do stick frame. You can do log homes. You can do whatever you want to build your home. But at the end of the day, this is my choice. This or red iron, which is cold form steel. This is actually a heavy product. Each one of those beams are looking at anywhere from 800 to 1,000 pounds a piece. It has a 50-year warranty on the buildings. This is my go-to product, either cold form steel. These are C channels, they call them. And we can get into that. We can get into that product a lot. So that's a heavy product. That's just a girt. That means the girts are the things that run on the side that connect the beams, and then your purlins run along the roof line that connect to the trusses, okay? And then obviously you run the paneling on the outside of it, and you can also insulate it and so forth. Today we're going to be talking about general contracting. We're going to talk about builders and what does it mean to be a builder? What does it mean to be a licensed general contractor? And there's a lot that goes into it. Depends on what state. Some states you don't have to be licensed. You just need a business license, and you just need about a $2 million insurance policy to make sure if you screwed up, you're insured. Now, that could be good, and that could be very bad, because the good thing about Colt Contractors is we've been very blessed. I've acquired 2 contracting companies with partners, which I'm full ownership of with my partners. And we are actually licensed in Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, Tennessee, North Carolina, alone within our own entity, okay? We do residential and commercial builds. And what does that mean to be licensed in Florida? Well, Florida is by far one of the hardest states to build in. Number one, code. You have 2 types of code. You have residential code and you have commercial code. And we're licensed in both, okay? The great thing about our Colt Buildings is Colt Buildings has its own installer. So we have our own installers to install a red iron cold form buildings ourselves. So we can save our clients thousands of dollars, so we're not having to use third parties, and we can install our own buildings. That's huge, because a lot of general contractors will do the build outs, but they don't install the buildings. We do. So we have our own designers. We use lenders that will lend in all 50 states. We have realtors that will find you land. We have our own installers to install our own buildings. We use manufacturers that have been around for a while, a very long time, that are credible and legitimate and are solid. We have our own in-house designers. We have Colt Engineering Firm, so if we need additional engineering to meet code, to pull permits, we could do that through our engineering firm, which we have 32 licensed professional engineers in 48 states. And when it comes to building, in order to get, you're going to do a finance deal, you got to be a licensed general contractor. You have to be insured. And what does it mean to be a licensed general contractor? Well, these are just a few of the books that you have to understand and know, and you have to have the tip of your fingers. This right here is called the International Building Code. This book has all the code systems with residential, has different topics in regards to height, areas, construction types, slopes, interior environment, accessibility, special inspections. I mean, the list goes on, and these books are pretty tedious. Okay, this is called these books are required for the NASCLA. NASCLA is basically a national exam which will get you licensed as a general contractor in 32 different states or 23 different states. That's one book. So you have to know this book. Okay, you have to be aware of it and know what comes with that book. You're liable to know to make sure you know the codes and make sure you're applying by law, to make sure that you're meeting expectations of the local municipalities, building department, and what they require of you to build. Okay, so you better know this book. You better know it pretty well, or at least be aware of what's in there and how to maneuver the building process. 2, you got OSHA regulations. Better know your OSHA regulations, because these inspectors come out and they pop you, and then you can get fined. You can find $500, $1,000. It can be pretty strict. And if you guys are not legal, if they're not, you don't have workman's comp on them, they can pop you. Okay, and then you also have a construction manual here. Then here's another handbook that you have to take for a national exam or for your state exam. You have to know a good bit about. This is a gypsum, which is basically your sheetrock. Then you got rebar. Okay, basically number 3 rebar, number 4 rebar. There's different types of rebar that go within the concrete slab, placing reinforcement bars. So you have to have a pretty good knowledge base on that. Then you also got business law. Okay, project management, understand the laws of the land in regards to building. Also construction job shop management here. Then you got construction management projects, running projects. Oh, accounting. And you gotta make sure your numbers are right. Make sure your numbers aren't wrong, because you're dealing with thousands, if not millions of dollars. Make sure you're counting. You have a pretty good firm grasp on accounting. Roofing, that's different types of roofing, construction estimations, different areas. So you make sure that basically you're putting chimneys in or any type of cuts, so that there's no leaking that going on in your ceiling. Okay. Because as a general contractor builder, you're liable for that. So of course, sometimes you have a lot of subs. Subs will specialize in different areas like plumbing, electricians, and HVAC technicians, and we appreciate them and everything they do, because at the end of the day, it takes everybody as a team to build this project. Typical home, you might even have, from paperwork to processing to manufacturing, you probably have 100 different people that will touch a residential home from start to finish, from lenders, realtors, you name it. So not just one person. One person may have a loud voice at the table, but at the end of the day, it takes everybody to work together as a team to execute your build. All right, here you got NASCLA Contractor's Guide, a business law, another business law manual that you probably need to be aware of if you're taking the national exam. Then you got your insulation manual here. It talks about different types of insulation, from spray foam, closed cell spray foam to closed cell spray foam. You got your traditional sag and bag for your steel buildings, stormwater pollution prevention plan. Okay, you got your training and certification of field personnel for unbonded tensions. Talks about the position of different tensions. Have not read this. Then you got your BCSI, building component safety information in regards to different types of structures. Talks about how you're framing. This is usually typically is in regards to stick frame homes and how that lays out. And then you got your erection of steel joists. Talks about joist systems just for steel buildings. There's a book on it, and you got to be a little familiar with that. And standards for accessible. This is for usually your American National Standard. This is regards to handicapped accessibility for commercial code. Okay, erector's manual. Okay, being familiar with erecting buildings. Here's another book on laying concrete. There's a book. There's a whole thick book about this big, just how to lay concrete, and different tests. small testing here, exams, piping, how to lay different piping and excavation. Then you got, here's just your Florida contracting book and the contract manual, which is about that thick. It has code after code. Then you got the Walker's Building Estimator Reference Book. Okay. Then you got your NASCLA Contractor's Guide right here for business law, more business law. Okay. And understanding the laws of land, carpentry. Okay, here's a book about that thick on carpentry alone. Okay. Then you got your modern masonry. Okay. More masonry is another thick book. Okay. Then you got your building recruitment, another code book. It's about that thick. So there's another code book and building code requirements for structural concrete alone, which is that thick. Then we got another NASDAQ Contractor's Guide. And then we got, basically another book in regards to environmental. Okay. Then you got your Principles of Practical Commercial Construction. Okay, another construction book and knowledge book. And then NASDAQ Contractor Business Law, another business law book. Okay. So when people say, I want to build my own home and I incur all the risk and all the liability, yeah, you can. But there's a reason why banks typically do not put you in charge of your own bills, because there's a lot of coding systems and there's a lot you have to know. And you're always learning. I'm always learning. At the end of the day, I'm always constantly fumbling through these books and always trying to find answers. There's always answers on YouTube, Google. You're talking to other senior builders. At the end of the day, I always make sure we're partnering up, not partnering down, to make sure we have experienced builders, general contractors who are on our team to make sure that your build is executed from start to finish very efficiently, okay? There's always going to be hiccups in the building process, period. There's always going to be lags. There's always going to be change orders. That's part of it. That's part of the frustration. The best thing to do is let the builders do what they do best, be builders. Let the banks do what they do best, be banks. Let the realtor be best what they're being best at, being a realtor, not be a builder. When you start crossing lanes, things start getting real messy. Okay, at the end of the day, the best you can do is respect people's expertise, respect their lanes. I don't tell the HVAC technician how to run an HVAC system. They tell us. I don't tell the plumber how to lay the plumbing, technically, all the time. But that's where I got senior builders on staff where they know what to look for. We have a great team in-house. I learned something in the United States Army, is that you really learn how to rely on those around you, especially in your unit, especially going down range. I've learned a lot in college athletics is when you're playing a team sport, you have to rely on your teammates. When I play college baseball, okay? At the end of the day, it takes a team, it takes a great team, it takes great lenders, it takes great realtors, it takes great subcontractors, great senior supervisors and general contractors and builders, great project managers who are putting estimates together. Takes great designers who are designing and can make adjustments on design, and pre-engineers who actually do the door and window scheduling for the structural engineers. There are a lot of people that are involved in the building process. So at the end of the day, my name is Juan Adriatico with ColtBuildings.com. Again, guys, we would love to earn your business, to realize that this is a process, and everything you see on HGTV and how they expedite things is not really realistic, okay? We want to be straightforward with you guys on how everything works. If you have any questions, concerns, we'd love to help you. Again, the building world is booming. People are building all over the place, all over the country. And people ask, is it going to get any cheaper? I don't think so. It's not. I mean, inflation is getting worse, and as we continue to grow, things are going to become more expensive in 10 years, just like what has been for the last 40 years, especially with the real estate market. So real estate's always a great investment. Building homes is always a great investment. Doing multifamily properties and units is always a great investment. At the end of the day, this is what we enjoy doing. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of cross-checking, a lot of making sure that things go smoothly, okay? At the end of the day, we wanted to work our hardest to make sure that you guys are getting a quality product. That's why I love running steel structures, because they got 50-year warranties on them. You don't have to worry about the buildings falling apart. You don't have to worry about them they're not combustible. You don't have to worry about termites. I mean, I know in 20 years from now, we build a home today with a steel structure, it's going to be around for a very long time. It's going to be anchor bolted to concrete slab. It's going to be done right. It's going to be built to last. That's why we use our steel structures and our iron structures, because we know they're going to be around. If it goes through a hurricane, we know it's going to be around. At the end of the day, we build quality, not junk. So we want to make sure that you guys are going to get a quality build, okay? And everything's got to be done properly, okay? You got to have good installers, got to have good crews across the board, and we can't do it without our subs. We appreciate our subs, we appreciate our lenders, but at the end of the day, it's a process, okay? And we look forward to earning you guys business. Again, check us on the web at coltbuildings.com, and we'd love to earn your business. You guys have a blessed day.